Welcome to the Cash to Canva class. This is where I'm going to be teaching you how you can how you can create design on Canva and begin to earn money and make your first sale. I believe you must have gotten this link from the previous video I did on YouTube. And sure, and even if you did not get the link from the previous video, I want to tell you that this video is going to take it from scratch. I'm going to be giving you the step-by-step and all the things you need to know. So today we're going to be discussing how you can create templates from scratch and how you can put it on your online store and how you can also sell it to people and begin to make extra income. So we're going to be adding to our source of income. I'm going to be sharing my screen so we can discuss what are we going to be learning today in this class. So in this class, all we're going to be looking at, we're going to look at how you can choose your niche. I want to assume that most people do not know their niche yet, but if you already know your niche, you can just skip this part. You can forward the class video. Then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to research your niche and we're going to be researching it on answerthepublic.com. Then we're going to create our beautiful template with ChatGPT and Canva, and we're going to create our online store. We're going to market our product, and we're going to make our first sale, which is the aim of this class, right? So when you want to choose a niche, you cannot just be everywhere. Like me, I'm in the finance, I'm in the wealth niche, which means I teach people how to make money. I teach you how to manage your money and I teach you how to multiply your money, which means I'm in the wealth space, right? So people need to know you for what space are you in. When you come to my page, what do you expect to see on my page? And that is what niche is. So the most popular niches and the most profitable niches are wealth, relationship, and health. And maybe we can add technology to it because technology is the order of the day now. So you want to choose a niche that falls within these four categories. And how do you even choose it, right? So what you need to do is just get a pen and a paper. Now you're going to write out what skills do you currently have? Like from the place you work, what skills have you gained? Do you work as an accountant now? What skills do you currently have? You have the bookkeeping skills, you have the balancing skills. You understand? Those are the skills you're going to write out. Then you're going to also write the educational background you have. So what have you gained from your education? What have you gained? Okay, as an accountant, I can teach accounting, right? I can teach bookkeeping. I can teach maybe balancing a ledger, right? So you're going to write out all those skills. Now, you're not going to choose from all the skills you've written. Maybe you have 10, 20, 50. From all the skills you've chosen, you're not going to look for the one or two that you can comfortably talk about days on and on without, even if they say they're not going to pay you, you can keep talking about it without getting overwhelmed, without getting bored, right? So once you're able to discover this, that is the niche you're going to start with, because I can tell you for every job, for everything, it is going to be overwhelming at some point. But because you're doing something that you love, right, and you have quality tool sets to help you push that forward, you would be able to weather the storm. So now that you now know your niche, so let's assume you're in the wealth niche, right? So right now I'm in the wealth niche. Let's assume you're also in the wealth niche. Now we need to do our research. And like I said, we're going to be doing our research on answerthepublic.com. I kind of love this site because number one, it's free, at least to some extent, and it gives me what the people are asking on the internet. What are the questions that people want to be answered on the internet, right? So yeah, this is my browser and I have answerthepublic.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my question here. So it says enter a topic, brand or product. For you to put it here, you just need maybe one or two words for you to get good and quality answer. So I'm just going to be putting investing, 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 investing. Okay, or let me just put dividend investing so that's not just investing. I want to narrow it down to dividend investing. So those 2 words, right? So let's see what are people saying about investing in Canada. You can always change your country of origin or your country of your location rather. So I'm currently in Canada, so I'm leaving it as in Canada. So it gives me what people are currently asking. What are they asking? So you can see it says, can dividend investing rise from the dead, right? That means people have forgotten about dividend investing. Can you rise from the dead? That is questions that people are asking. And you can see it has this very orange mark, which means it is a topic I can discuss now. And my page, people would want to visit my page because people are asking it. How does investing work? How to start investing? These are questions that people are asking. And this is how you do your research on what is it that is out there if you want to start doing social media platforms. Like you can have content, you can create content around all these things. I can create content on can dividend investing rise from the dead? And this is how I begin to talk about it. And also you can get content idea from ChatGPT. If I put this question on ChatGPT now, I know ChatGPT is going to give me something that I can use as content. Now, the next thing on our list is now we know our niche. Now you've done your research. You now want to create. The main aim of those videos is actually to create templates that we're going to sell to people or to use on our own social media, right? So let's go ahead to our ChatGPT. So we're going to be using two tools today. Number one is ChatGPT and the other one is Canva. My beautiful ChatGPT and my lovely Canva. So I'm going to put ChatGPT, and remember I said these tools are free. The free version of these tools will do this we're currently doing. So you don't need to pay for it. So it's zero cost for you to even start this business, right? Because you don't need to pay anything, you don't need to pay any subscription for you to start. But at some point, you might need to pay, so you might need to subscribe to this platform because you will get more advanced features when you subscribe. But at this point, we are putting zero cost because we don't even know if this is going to sell. But however, we just need to put it out there for people to see. Now, I'm in the wealth niche, so I want to create templates on wealth. So I'll come to ChatGPT and I'm going to put the prompt on ChatGPT. So I'm just going to give ChatGPT simple prompt from my head. So I'm going to say, I do content on wealth. Okay, and I say, can you give me, let me say 50 quotes I can use for my Instagram page that relates to make money, which is under wealth, make money, manage money, and multiply money. Make it one sentence, because I don't want it to be long. Sentence each. Use simple English. Simple English and make it relatable. Provide these in CSV format. So I want it to come at a CSV format. That means like an Excel format that I can just copy and put on my Canva. So let's go. Let's see what ChatGPT is going to give us. 50 quotes. Should we do 50 quotes or let's do 60? 60 quotes. Okay. So while we wait for ChatGPT to analyze and do its job, we're going to go to Canva. Now we have Canva. So on Canva, like I said, you will need to create an account, but definitely you can still use the free version. And this is how you know if it's free. So the first thing you're going to do is you come to those three lines and you're going to click on create, this plus icon. Click on create and it asks you, what do you want to create? In this place, we want to create Instagram post. So you can see Instagram post comes here. Even if Instagram post does not come, you can just type Instagram on the search bar and it gives you various sizes of what you want. Okay, do you want Instagram post? Do you want Instagram post square? Do you understand? Do you want Instagram story? Do you want the reels? So you're depending on what you want, right? So we're going to be creating the post, which is the square, and I'm going to also be doing the reels in this video. so that you have the post and you also have the reels. So let's start with the post. So I'm going to click on that is what I want, and it's going to give me a plain canvas. Now, so what I need to do is, so when you come to this template, you can see it just gives me templates. You have the right to use the template. But because we're going to be selling this to other people, and because we're creating templates, please do not use the templates we have on this, on the Canva. So we're going to be creating our own template ourselves, right? Because all those ones are people's templates. So you do not have the right to resell them. You can use them for your own personal use. Maybe you just want to create one post, you can use those templates. But if you want to resell it, and because you're going to, yes, this is what we want to resell, so we're not going to be using it. We're going to be creating our own template. So where you come to, so for the free, let me just explain. For the free Canva version, you would see all these things, but for some, you will see it as a crown and it has a pro, which means that is a paid version. If you use those features that has the crown and the pro by the side, if you want to download it, it will ask you to make some payment. But for some that do not have the crown or do not have the pro by the side, you can definitely use it as you like, right? You do not need to make payment. Like this does not have the crown, so that means it is a free version. You can use it. But because, like I said, we're creating our own templates, we're not going to be using it. So you're going to come to style, because this is just too plain white, right? So you're going to come to style. And in style, you will see it's going to give you a lot of things. It has combination. You have combination of colors, different types of colors. You have the color palette, you have the font size. So I'm going to be using this combination. Combination is both the colors and the font, right? So let's look for something that is so beautiful or unique. Let me go back. I think I love these. Why do I like blue? I don't know. Yeah, I think I would go with this. So I'm going to select this, and you see, it brings it with an heading, with a sub-heading, and it gives me the body part. If I want to change this color, all I need to do is just click on this, and it changes the color to this blue. So it has several colors. I don't need, it tells me the blends of colors that are available for this for this combination, right? So I can decide to have my template in different colors, so that it's not just blue, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm clicking on it. So I need an heading, but I don't need a sub heading. So I'm going to delete this. I don't need a sub heading. I'll put the body, I'll bring the body down here, and that is where I'm going to be putting my Instagram handle if I want to use it for myself. But because I want to sell this, I'm going to put it here. That's Instagram handle. So I'm going to put your Instagram, so that the person that is buying it understands that they need to make some little adjustment to it. Your Instagram handle. And if you feel that people that would buy this might not be able to understand, or I need to make some adjustment, they want to use it straight, what you just need to do is just delete that as well. There's no point putting Instagram handle there, right? But with Instagram handle, it makes it more professional. It looks as if you're the one that actually designed it. So I'm going to duplicate this page. And to duplicate this page, you just come to this button and click on it, and it's going to duplicate. Now, when I duplicate this page, now I need to look for that template again. I want to change the color. I want to pick another shade of blue for this. Then I want to duplicate this page. I want to have 3 colors actually, right? So let's see what's next. So go back to templates. Templates, where are thou? Templates. So from design, you'll get to templates. So let me choose another shade. I'll think I'll do this. Why is it giving me that? Let me do this. I already have this. Yep. So I have those 3 shades of blue, right? So this is what I have. The next thing I'm going to go, I'll go back to my ChatGPT to see what ChatGPT has done for me. And ChatGPT already did this. It says start small, but start today. Start small, but start today to make your own money. Money flows to solve to those who solve problems. The more value you give, the more money you make. You can imagine if I post this on my social media post page on a daily basis, or maybe even twice or 3 times a week, you will know that it will attract people to my page. They will want to like, oh, what is this lady saying? Because it's resonating with them. Does it look like an AI that wrote it? I bet you it doesn't, right? So the next thing is, let me just download my CSV file. So you can either download, if you put it as a, if you make it a quest, as in if you put it in the prompt that you should make it a CSV file, it's going to come in as a CSV file. However, if you don't make it as a prompt, it might come looking this way. So you can just click on this to download it, right? You download the table. But because I already have my CSV file, I'm just going to open my CSV file. And here comes my quotes. So the next thing I want to do, since I already have my quote and I have 60 quotes right now, so the next thing is I'm going back to my design platform, which is my Canva, and I will go to the first page and I already have text in it. The next thing I want to do is I want to search for bulk create. So you're going to click on search and bulk, searching from project now. I want to just search from project, bulk. No. Don't go. What did I do just now? I'm going to just look for it. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, before I go ahead, let me just explain what this tab is. This is your home tab. It takes you back to your home. This is your project. If you have different projects, you can create folders for them. Then we have the template. That is where we chose our style from. You have a brand. The brand is for the paid version of Canva. That means you can put your brand colors so that each time you don't need to start selecting colors, right? Then you have the Canva AI, which means Canva can even write some things for you. You have the apps and you have your settings. So I'm trying to get the bulk create here. So why is it not? Okay, let's see. Bulk. It's supposed to give me a search. Oh, sorry. It's going to be in text, I think. Yes. So if you want to get a bulk create, it comes to text and you'll be able to search for your bulk create, right? So once you search for it, it's going to come to this sidebar where you have your text and the like. So if you go down, you can see bulk create. So I'm going to click on that. And yeah, so I have my bulk create and you have two options. You can either enter your data manually, which means because I already have my data on an Excel file, I can just copy from the Excel file and upload it here. Or you can upload your data. That means you can save the file to your folder, to your system and upload from your system. But because I have my Excel file open and I'm not saving it on my system, I'm just going to use enter my data manually. So I'm going to click on enter data manually and I have just one column for my data, right? So I'll go to my data, which is the data I got from ChatGPT, and I'm going to copy that. So I have 60, yes, I have 60 plus the first row that says quote. Then I'll come back to my Canva and I'm going to place it here in the first row. So I have my quotes, then I do not need this row. I do not need this row. I do not need this. So once I'm done, I'm going to click on OK, which is done. I have all my files. So ChatGPT might give you some errors, so you need to review them at some point. Now that I have my quotes, right? I have my quotes. So the next thing I want to do is I want to connect the data. So now that I have my canvas and I have my quote from ChatGPT, I'm going to click on enter data manually. Okay, so I have 60 quotes and I have 3 canvas, right? So I'm going to split it into 2020. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Excel file, which is the quote I got from ChatGPT. Quote I got from ChatGPT, and I'm going to copy the first 20. The first 20 quotes. First 20. I'm going to put it on this first column. This one. I'm going to delete this row. Yeah. So I have 3 boxes where I can add my text. I'm going to put the first one here. And you can see there are some errors that I just need to make some correction. This one should be doesn't. So you can just click on it. Click on it, then you scroll to the part where it has that arrow to make the change. So you can just check through all the documents to be sure that it has, especially when it has the apostrophe, you always see an error on Canva. So this is, I have my first 19. I didn't copy to 20. I was supposed to copy to say 21. Let me pick up the last one and go back to my Canva and add it. So I'm going to go back to my Excel. I'll copy the next 20 lines. I'm going to copy from 22 to 40 to 41 rather. 41. So I'll come back to my Canva, and I'm going to paste it on the second column. So I'll put the heading as quotes as well. Then I will copy the last 20. The last 20 from this file. I'm going to post it on my Canva as well. So my heading will be quotes also. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to click on done. Done. Once you're finished copying all your file from the Excel sheet into your Canva, you're going to click on done. And you can see it automatically comes to this part where it has my quote 1, quote 2, and quote 3. Now I need to link the data to my canvas. So I will go to page 1, which is this, and you can see it already says connect data. If you don't see this connect data here, you can always click on this 3-dotted line and you're going to see connect data. Once you click on connect data, it will ask you which of the data do you want to connect, especially when you have more than one or thereabout. So I'm going to click for my page 1. I want to connect the first page. Then I'll go to my page 2 as well. And I'm going to click on connect data. Same thing. If you don't find it up here, go to the 3-dotted line. You're going to see there. And I'm going to connect my quote 2 to my second page. Then I'll go to my third page and do the same thing. So I'm going to connect my code 3 to my third page. You can, it doesn't have to be sequential. You can do code 3 to your first page, code 2 to your last page, understand? As long as you're just connecting it to the page. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on continue. So once I click on continue, you can see it will tell me, okay, it's highlighted all the codes and everything, and it tells me, and I'm going to click on generate. So if you're using just one canvas, that means just one column, you just need just one column of that data and you connect it. So the next thing it says is in file. So let's view it in file. It's in folder. Let's view it in the folder. So here it is. This is the one we just created. So let's see what does it look like. You can see it says start small, but today make money. So you can see that this one, it's somehow, so I need to adjust it. Maybe the font is too big. I can just reduce the font that it comes to the middle. I like to make it in the middle of the page. I like to do 70. Let me do 70. I'm going to push it in to 70. I'm going to push this in. So if you feel the spacing is too much, you can always come here and just reduce the spacing a bit. So you can reduce it, you can increase it. I'm just going to reduce it a bit. Then yeah, I'm going to move it up as well. So it shows me it's in the middle. Let's see, it shows me it's still in the middle. What's happening? Let it just be in the middle. Okay, so this is how you're going to edit all the pages. And once you edit all the pages, so now that you have this, you're just going to make little adjustments to it. Like you can see this, if you want to increase the font, you can always change the font. You can change the size. If you want to change the color of the page, you can always do that as well. Just make sure it is centered a bit. Just push a professional touch to it, right? Once we're going to be selling it, we need to look at least let it look good a bit. Yeah. So this is the posts. Now that you have the post, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to download it. And for us to download, we're going to come to this share button. We're going to click on share. And because we're going to be downloading it to sell, we're going to that two ways. If you want to download it to use for your personal use, all you need to do is just click on download, and click on, it's going to come in PNG. You click on download and it's saved to your system or to your phone. But because we're going to be selling this, we're going to be downloading it as a template because we're going to be sending the link to the people that will be buying it. It's a digital product, right? So we're sending the link to the person that is buying it. We're not shipping anything. We're going to send the link to the person that is buying it, and the person would also be able to open it in Canva and make their own edits. So for us to do that, we're going to come to share, the same share button, and you're going to click on see all. So once you click on see all, you can see template link. Now for the template link, you can see it has a crown. So if you want to sell this, you would need to subscribe to Canva for you to be able to sell it, right? And I think the subscription is about $19. You can just check whatever the amount it is in your own country. But I think they always give you a free trial of, I think, 30 days, right? So you can just click on subscribe and look at, are you able to make sales within the first 30 days? If you do not want, you can always cancel before the end of the 30 days and you would not be charged, right? And I think it sends reminder when it's about maybe 7 days to the 30 days. It tells you, okay, the subscription will start on this day. If you want to cancel, please do that now or thereabout. So let's click on template link. So you can see it's already created a template link. So this is the link we're going to copy, create a template link. We're going to copy this link, and this is the link we're going to be giving to our client. So let's say our client has this link. Let's see what it would look like for our client. So we're giving this client, this is the link. I've copied it and I'm going to paste it here. And it comes up this way. You can see it says a template created by Sifawu. So it's going to be your name and shared with you So this is what we call PLR products. If you want to make it a PLR product and MRR product, so PLR means that you've given them the right for them to be able to make edits to it and use it for their own personal use. But if you want to make an MRR product, means you're giving them the right to be able to resell the same product. This is PLR and MRR. Don't let the name confuse you. So this person is going to see it this way, and they can always come to this place. You see, because I'm the one that created this template and I'm still using my own link, it's going to give edit template or use template for new design. So use template for new design is what the buyer is going to see. So they'll click on use template for new design, and they can come to this your Instagram handle and change it to their own, right? Change it to their own name so it looks unique to them. They can change the color, they can change the font, they can change the font size, because remember, you're selling it to a lot of people, right? Even if you want to use it yourself, you can make some little touches so that it doesn't look like, oh, I think I saw this on another person's page, right? Something like that. Now that we have the template link, before we start selling, I'm going to do the reels. After we're done with the reels, then we can do what? We can create a store and start selling it. But remember, we have copied the template link, and the template link is what we're going to be using to sell this product. You can deactivate the link. Once you deactivate this link, anybody that have access to this link would not be able to view the product again. So remember, this is a digital product. It is available for them for life, so you don't need to deactivate the link. Now let's create the reels. We're still going to use the same, we're going to be using the same quotes for our reels. So let's go back to Canva. And so this is a form of a reel. So it comes in form of a video, right? You can see these are some that I've created for some people. You can see it has this video, like you can add music to it, you can add voice over to it. That is what is called the reels. So we're going to be creating a reels with our quotes. So let's go ahead and click on create. And in this part, we're going to search for Instagram as well. Instagram. And we're going to click on reels. So we want to create reels now. So reels, the size for reels is 1080 by 9020. So means it's rectangle, it's portrait, right? So you can see when you click on this, it tells you 5 seconds. Most of the canvas comes in 5 seconds. That's why I said it's a video, right? It's like video. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to come to style as well. So style. Remember, we're not using any of the templates we have on Canva because we're going to be selling this, right? So it has to be unique to us. And we're going to come to the same combination where we have the combination of color palette and fonts, and let's choose another color. So let's see this. I'm going to choose this, and I want to change the color. No, I'm going back to style. I want this color. Yes, so I don't like this color. Go back to style. Remember, we're going to style from design. Let me choose this one. Okay. I'm just going to leave it as this then. So remember, we do not have a subheading, so I'm going to delete that. Then I have my heading, then I have my body. The body is where we wrote your Instagram handle. So let's even assume we don't want to put this. Let's assume the person does not have an Instagram, or we don't even want them to make any adjustments. Just as you buy from me, post on your social media. So I'm going to take this off. So we're only going to be working with the heading. So the next thing we're going to be doing is the same steps as well. So we're going to go to our text where we look for our bulk create. Because I already used my bulk create, it's going to be at my sidebar. Possibly it's already at your sidebar as well. So I'm going to click on bulk create, and I'm going to enter my data manually. Right now I have just one page, so I'm going to be using just one column. So this, I'm going to take off these. Take off, right click, delete column. So I will go back to my Excel file. That's my CSV file, and copy my quotes. So this one, I'm going to copy the 60 posts, right? Because I'm using just one design. You can also create different pattern. Is the same way, just as we did for the post. If you're using different patterns, if you're using 5 patterns, just make sure that you have equal wordings for the 5 boxes and just create 5 columns. 10 patterns, create 10 columns, just that way. So I'm going to post it here. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on done. I'm going to click on done. And once I click on done, once I click on done, the next thing is for me to connect my data. And to connect my data, I will come to this place. I'll click on this and click on connect data. And I'm going to select my code since I have just one template. And I'm going to click on continue. And it's going to ask me, do you want to generate? I'll say yes. So generate the folder. And it tells me it's generated in a folder. I'm going to go to my folder. I'm going to go to my folder and this I have here. Okay, before I go to my folder, you can see you can add music to this. But if you're going to be using it personally, you can add music to it. So you can, but since you're going to be selling it, I would advise you do not add music so that you do not add copyright music. Let the person that want to use it add their own music to it. But if you want to add music, you can always come to Canva Audio and add music from Canva, the music we currently have on Canva. And if you want to upload your own music from your own file, maybe you already have the music saved on your system, you can come to upload and upload the music into Canva, then add it to the reels. So all that you need to do is just, if you want to add music, let me just look at it. So I'm not going to download this with music anyway, but if you want to add music, I'll just come to my uploaded files and I'm going to click on this. So you can see once you click on it, it comes into the box, right? And you'll be able to see the music play on the background. I'm going to click on no, I'm not adding the music. So let's go back to our folder and let's see what we have. So this is what we have. And if you can see that it's going to play. You can play it, and just like we did for the first page, you're going to make some little adjustments to the font size, to how it's positioned on the canvas for it to look professional and to look good. Now that we have this, we're going to download it. Now, if you're going to be using it for your own self, just like I said initially, just click on download and it's downloaded to your file. But the difference between this and the post is, when we did the post, once we click on download, it downloaded as a separate folder. If you want to click on this, because it's a straight folder, right? So you need to click on it to say download pages as separate files, so that this first one will download as a separate file, the second one will download as a separate file. That means you now have 60 reels downloaded. That means you have 60 separate videos, right? But if you do not click on that, it's going to download as one single file, and it's going to be everything will just be in one, and we do not want that. So that is why you need to click on download as a separate folder, as a separate files. And it's going to always be in MP3. That is if you want to use it for yourself. Well, since we're not using it for ourselves, we're going to be selling it. Same thing will come to CO, and we're going to download it as a template link, right? So you might want to put all this instruction in your store, like your welcome message, like a short note to tell your buyers to say, okay, if you want to download this, if you want to download the reels, make sure you select download as a separate folder so that they're not confused, because everything would come in, because they're going to be editing it. At least it will come as a template and they need to make some adjustment to it, right? If they download it, not as separate folder, it will just be one full frame, and they will wonder, oh, I could not use this. So you might just want to put a short note to say, okay, this is how you use it. Now you create template link, same thing as before. Now you copy your link. So if you copy the link, and let's see what it will look like if we send this link to someone. You can see a template created by so. Still the same thing. You can use the design for it, and once you have it, you can start selling it. So the next thing is for us to start to sell. Now, what are we going to sell? We're going to be selling this you can sell on different digital platforms, right? You can sell on different digital platforms. So I just want to explain that a bit. You can sell on different digital platforms. I love to sell on Standstill because it's more friendly to me and I'm in North America. But if you're not in North America, maybe you're in Africa where Standstill is not available, you can sell on Seller. Seller is Sealar, Seller. You can sell on Seller. All you need to do is the same step I'm going to take with this is what you need to do to be able to sell on Seller, right? So, and some people sell on Etsy, but why I do not advise Etsy, Etsy is already saturated. You might be forced to want to change your price because if somebody goes to your store on Etsy and they are saying your price at $9.99 and someone else is selling something similar for maybe $2 or $3, they will be tempted to go with those people. That's why. But for Standstill, it's like unique to you. It's not like a marketplace, right? So they go to your store, they can only see your store, right? So now, let's go to Seller. So I'm going to be creating this on Seller today. But like I said, it is the same step for you to create on Seller on any online platform. It's basically the same steps you're going to be using. So let's go. This is my stand store. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to come to add products. It's the same thing as Seller. You're looking for digital products. You can see digital products, PDF, guides, templates, right? And what are we selling? We're selling templates. Now, because we're going to be attaching this, I want to look professional. I can decide to attach just the template link. Okay, let me do that. So for this first page, it's going to tell you, just make it pretty, add an image to this. You can select from the images they currently have here, or because it's a digital product, just look for something fancy that you can put in your store that would do what that will attract people to your store, right? So you can create something on Canva as well. Just design something to say, oh, this is a beautiful template for your online inspirational quotes or motivational quotes or world quotes. And you put the text. What is the text? Like, okay, what is the title? Because this is what people would see when they visit your store. Then you put, okay, subtitle, just a little description of what you're currently selling on this page, this particular product. Then you put what do you want them to see. You can see get my guide. So in this one, you can just say download your PDF, your template or something like that. Then you click on next. So the next page is this page. This is the link that people would see. This is where they will come to see, oh, what is the details of this product. So when you send your store link to them, the first thing they will see is that thumbnail, which is what we call first saw, that small box. But if you send the link to a particular product to them, this is what they are going to see. It shows them everything, the price, the name of the product, and it tells them, okay, enter your name and your details and make your payment. Same thing, select a beautiful image there, put the title of your product, put a little description. In this part, just put a little description of what the product is all about. Then put your pricing. For pricing, for this type of pricing, I would advise maybe you do between $4.99 to $9.99. And this is because it is a digital product, right? It is very low cost to start, and you want people to be able to buy it at, to say, okay, this one is like low cost to me, right? So you can do between $4.99 and $6.99. So let's assume you're doing the post and the reels together. You can just say, okay, bulk purchase will be, if you're doing one for $9.99, you can say bulk purchase will be at $14.99, right? So you have access to both the reels and the post. And if you want to put a discount, you can always check this box and turn off the button and put the discount. And this is where you're going to add the URL link. So if we're using just the template link, right, you just click on redirect to a URL and you're going to put the URL, the link, the template link you've copied, you paste it here. So this is good if you just want to sell one, but if you want to look professional, we're going to make it like a PDF, thank you PDF page. To say, okay, thank you for purchasing from my store. Download your digital products. Click here to download your digital product. But if you do not want to do that, you can just add your link directly to this point, right? But let's create something like a thank you page because we want to look professional, right? And it doesn't really take time. So let's go back to our design and let's create something. Let's create something. So I'll go back to create again, and this time I want to create like a thank you page. Thank you page. So I'm going to search it. So it says, do you want it to be like a postcard? Yeah, maybe a postcard, landscape, you understand? Do you want like a thank you letter? No. So I'll do postcard. Postcard. And you can see, thank you for your purchase. Thank you for this. Let me just select this one that is. So it says, thank you for your purchase. And I can just put in this place. You want to put your handle, you can put your handle, and I can just put click here to access your download, right? And I'll make it bold so they're able to see it at a glance. I'll increase the font. Yes, I think that is good. Oh, it doesn't give me the option for me to make it bold. So that means you might not be able to use this, right? Because it doesn't give you the option. Let me see if I change the font, maybe I would have the option to make it bold. You can see when I change the font, it gave me the option to make it bold. So I'll just click this and I would make it bold. And I can adjust this. Thank you for your purchase. Click here to access your product. I can increase this again. And I'm going to put the link to the templates folder here. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on hyperlink. So I'm clicking on the three dots and you can see this part that says three dots. And you can see it says link, right? I'm going to click on this and I would put the link I copied, the template link now. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to click on done. So whenever they click on this, they will be able to access the link. They'll be able to, you can see the link is already showing. So that is what we're going to be sending. Now to download this, I'm going to download it as a PDF. So I'll click on download. Now I'm going to download it as a PDF standard, right? And there's everything, and I'm going to click on download. Now it's going to be saved to my folder, to my computer. So I'll go back to my store. Instead of using a redirect to URL, I'm going to click on upload file. And it tells me, okay, where do you want to upload the file from? I'm going to click on upload and I'm going to go to my system to upload the file. Okay. So this is what we have. That's a template. I'll just click on this and it comes into this place. So whenever the person purchases this product, they're going to get this PDF download files in their email, and they can always have access to it at any time. So the thing is, any changes you make to that template would always reflect at your customer's end. So, and this one, we already put our pricing at $9.99, and the next thing for you to do is for you to click on publish. Right? So let's even click on publish and let's see. So we have it here on the store, and let's see what it would look like if we send out this URL. So if I send this URL to somebody and the person purchases what I'm selling, now you can see it's going to come in. It's going to come in like that page. You know, I told you where it shows you the details of the product, your name, your email, and it will tell you, okay, put your credit card details and make your purchases. And once the person click on purchase, they're going to get the downloaded file. They are going to get PDF document in their email, and they can always click on the link for them to access it, right? So you've created your first product, you put it on your store. Now the next thing is for you to market it so that you can actually get your first sale. So for you to market it, you can talk to family and friends if you do not have a social media following, or if you have groups that they do social media, you can join some groups on maybe Facebook and just tell them, okay, you have this product that you can sell to them. A lot of social media content creators are looking for downloadable files that they can just, maybe they do not have time that day. They just say, oh, let me post this quote that is already made on my Instagram page or my YouTube page, right? So that is how you're going to sell it. Family, friends, the groups that you're currently on, your religious circle, just talk to people. And if you already have a social media following, talk to people on your social media following. Say, okay, I have this beautiful product for you. Maybe when you posted one or two on your social media page, and tell them you posted it, and they can also have access to it. And that is how you're going to market your product. Now, definitely, I hope you're going to make your first sale, and you'll see that it is very easy for you to add digital product as an additional income to your sources or your source of income. Now, this brings us to the end of this training. I hope you've gotten value for the money you paid for this training. Yes, if you have any question, you can always send me a DM on my Instagram page. And if you need more clarification, maybe you need more tutorials, or you don't even want to do it yourself, you want me to do it for you, you can always send me a DM or book a clarity call on the link in my bio, right? Just to say, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is the next step, or you just need some clarity, you can just send me a DM and we can take it up from there, right? So thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. And like I said earlier, I hope you got something from this video. Yes, if you want more training, reach out to me. Thank you and God bless you.